Hello and good day to you all. Back in the late 1970s, New York City was terrorized by a serial killer who would go on to be known as the Son of Sam. In this video, I will be talking about what I believe is the first movie to be based on this horrific criminal case. I am Torstein from CinemaTerror, and this is the 1985 made-for-TV film Out of the Darkness. Before I start the actual review, I want to give you some quick backstory regarding the Son of Sam. He was actually first known as the 44 caliber killer due to his usage of a 44 special caliber bulldog revolver. If you, like me, don't know anything about guns, then just know that it basically means a gun with big bullets. His victims would be random couples sitting together in cars, and there didn't seem to be much reasoning behind his violent acts. After putting fear into the entire city and gaining non-stop news coverage, the killer started to leave behind handwritten letters on the crime scenes, nicknaming himself the Son of Sam, and at the same time promising the city that more innocent people would fall victim to his unrelenting bloodthirst.
There is something out there!
Hey, bud, what's your problem?
Thankfully, on August 10, 1977, the city could finally rest again, as the police could proudly announce the capture of the Son of Sam, and reveal that the man behind these violent crimes was a 24-year-old man named David Berkowitz. Like many other serial killers of the time that received huge media attention, the Son of Sam would eventually find his way into movies and television, with CBS being the first to try their hands on the story with this 1985 film Out of the Darkness. Unlike most movies based on real-life serial killers, Out of the Darkness takes quite a different approach by having the Son of Sam murders play more in the background, while the focus is rather put on the life of the experienced police detective Ed Seago, portrayed by none other than Martin Sheen.
What do you want to do? How do you want to play?
What's going on? Who is this guy?
Calm down, calm down.
Parking tickets, forget it.
All right, hello. We're gonna need a backup. We're gonna need warrants. We're gonna need.
That's gonna take forever, Eddie. Come on, let's take him now.
No, we can't. We gotta play this one by the book.
lose it.
Just take it easy, all right? We gotta go with this one by the book.
Ed Seago is the name of the real-life detective that arrested Berkowitz, and he also served as a technical advisor on Out of the Darkness, and he even had a small cameo role. I have no idea how accurately the film portrays his family life, or how he would even feel about having such personal stuff being put on display for the world to see, but I would assume that he in some form okayed it, due to his involvement in the project. As a viewer though, I did not care all that much about the family drama, and I am surprised that they dedicated that much running time to it. Make no mistake here, this movie and even its title is referring to Detective Seago. The Son of Sam himself plays a supporting role, and could have been changed out for any other serial killer without changing the main themes of the film.
No! I just starved, for God's sakes! I just starved! What happened here? I just starved! He was fine!
I actually think there is a good story about overcoming grief within this movie, but I would rather have seen that in a film by itself, as at least I kept waiting for more Son of Sam related stuff to finally pop up. A movie about that would also have benefited from a bigger budget, as the made-for-TV production did not do it justice and it rarely hit any of my heartstrings. That being said, Martin Sheen and his mustache does a great job of portraying Ed Seago, and even in his most ridiculous moments, like when they are arresting David Berkowitz, it still becomes hard to even dare dislike Sheen as this detective who finally, after all this time, got a breakthrough on this highly demanding case. There are also some great supporting cast members, which include none other than Joe Spinell as a former detective now turned alcoholic and slightly paranoid.
He's gonna be there tonight.
Who's that?
The Son of Sam. And I want too long. Just for backup. I'll take care of the rest.
Jim, I hear you're carrying a piece.
I wasn't even aware that he was in this, so suddenly seeing Spinell on the screen was a welcoming surprise. Also, look out for an uncredited cameo by Charlie Sheen, face covered with shaving cream and everything. I'm however not so sure about my feelings regarding Robert Trebor's portrayal of David Berkowitz. Overall, I felt he came off a bit too Looney Toony, but in some shots it does get a feel of menace across, so I'm not going to simply dismiss his characterization of Berkowitz as bad acting. I'm also confident that his portrayal would have benefited from having more screen time than what he got, and I would have liked to have gotten more of Trevor as Berkowitz.
In his little house in the yard. Bark, 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 all night long. All night, bark, 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 all night long.
A dog told you to kill these people.
He wouldn't let me alone.
In the end, I can understand why Out of the Darkness has become an obscure film. It doesn't play into the Son of Sam case enough, which is its main attraction, and the cop drama stuff will not do much for those who have hunted it down due to its connection with this notorious case. Putting that aspect aside and taking the movie for what it actually is, I will say that it's not a bad movie to sit through, mostly due to the screen presence of Martin Sheen and his mustache, but it is not a film that I can recommend. I'm giving Out of the Darkness a decent score of 2.5 out of 5. Have you seen or even heard about this one? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? I did watch the recent Netflix docuseries The Sons of Sam due to making this review, and I thought that one was interesting and definitely worth a watch, and I'm very open to any other Son of Sam related movies or series that you can recommend. So please do put those suggestions in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video, subscribe, press like and all of that good stuff if you do, and I will see you again soon for more videos about obscure movies here on CinemaTerror. Thank you.